Hello everyone, welcome back. We are going to go up to the Grand Cathedral today, I promise. But first, Eileen the Crow. What's up, girl?
Oh, hello there. Perfect timing. I must warn you not to go near the tomb below Erden Chapel in the Cathedral Ward. Henrik, an old hunter, has gone mad. And he's my mark.
We get the shh gesture.
Don't go near the tomb below Erden Chapel in the Cathedral Ward. I have business there first.
Don't go near the Tomb of Odin below the chapel. That's where we fought Gascoigne. She's saying she has business there because the old hunter Henrik, who we know about from the throwing knives, that's a favorite weapon of his, he has apparently gone mad, according to Eileen. And well, she mentioned that leave the hunting of hunters to her.
Don't go near the tomb. I have business.
So she hunts hunters who have kind of gone off their path or have, gone crazy. And she said not to go near the tomb, but guess what we're gonna fucking do? We're gonna go towards that tomb, baby. And, yeah, we get to see some hunter-on-hunter action here. I think this might be the first hunter-on-hunter action of the game. Besides with Gascoigne, but that, I don't know, that doesn't really count because he was a boss. He was a boss. So, this is the Tomb of Odin, and if you try to access the lamp in this area, it will say that it's unavailable at this time after you speak with her. And trying to see where he is. Aha. I went a little too far, that's all. I'm hoping I can get a shot of him before we aggro him. Yeah, he's down there in that bright yellow sort of outfit in the upper left. That's Henrik. Let's start some shit with Henrik, shall we? Excuse me, Viola. Sorry, babe. And Henrik is an old hunter, so he might be too smart for us to sneak up behind him. He is also using a saw cleaver. Nope. And we're gonna run away. Back up the stairs. We should be greeted soon by Eileen, actually. I'm wondering where she is. There's Henrik. Where the fuck is Eileen? This might be down here, actually. Yep. Eileen is somewhere around here. That much I know. I'm not sure where, though. Yep, she's right there. Sure, her pathfinding got messed up, apparently. Ooh. Whoa. Don't want to die to Henrik. Ooh. Buddy. Eileen, come get your man. Yep, there she goes. You want to be careful that you don't hit Eileen on accident. Very easy to do. And there he goes. Rest in peace, Henrik. And we can pick up the air rune. What's your story? Huh? You gonna talk to me? Come on.
That wasn't necessary of you, but you have my thanks. We made it with our lives. You're not bad at all. You must have killed Gascoigne as well, then. He was falling apart, I'm sure it had to be done. But try to keep your hands clean. A hunter should hunt beasts. Leave the hunting of hunters to me.
And she gives us the approval gesture. Is that all you got to say to us, girl?
Try to keep your hands clean. Leave the hunting of hunters to me.
Alright, fine. Well, we got a cool rune out of it and a gesture as well. We got the air rune. A carol rune that transcribes inhuman sounds. The air sees sentimentality in the warmth of blood and acknowledges visceral attacks as one of the darker hunter techniques. More blood echoes gained from visceral attacks. Perhaps the air is a hunter who bears the echoing will of those before him. That's essentially what a blood echo is. You're taking this... Like, blood is a life liquid. It gives sentient, breathing, living things life. Or it helps, at least. And a blood echo is taking the echo of that life and going forward with it in some way. The fact that we level up through blood echoes says a lot. So, we're taking the essence of their life force, if that makes sense. And it acknowledges that visceral attacks are one of the darker hunter techniques. I told you before that we're essentially ramming our fist into somebody's guts and ripping it out. So, there's that. Now that we've dealt with that, it is now time to head up the steps to the Grand Cathedral. So I just ran up through the shortcut gate, and here we can summon an old hunter. We can summon Henriette. I want to clear the path a little bit more first before we head on up the staircase to the Grand Cathedral. I don't want to waste Henriette on these scrubs, man. Take care of that. You gonna drop anything? Nah. I'm gonna get stuck on that fence, though. Ooh. That looks painful, buddy. Church giant pass. Now we're gonna go get Henriette. I gotta say, having access to the old hunters in offline mode, pretty cool. Get old hunter Henriette, who is wielding a Kirk hammer and a torch and looking very fancy in a top hat. Milady. Let's go do this. Please don't. No. No, 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 no. Oh god, Henriette, why? No. Henriette, why? Henriette, why? Come on, Henriette. Don't. Please, please don't attack the... Are you gonna attack the giant? I think you're gonna attack the giant. Okay. Okay, Henriette. Are you quite finished now, darling? Dearest? Okay, let's go take on what I brought you here to take on. I'm gonna check and make sure there's no items around down here first. And then up here is a nasty little encounter. Oh god. You can see a new little meter just popped up on my thing. Get him, girl! There we go. At least one of them. There we go. Those barbed crucifixes they're holding have frenzy buildup, and frenzy is basically madness. Makes you go crazy, man. Come up here, and we can actually see the statue's kind of a squid-like head going on. This is the Grand Cathedral. And something I want to point out is these statues look very similar to what we saw in Yargul Unseen Village, that really large statue. And I bring that up because you can see these statues, damn it, Henriette, kind of have the same look going on to them. So they are representing something. We also have a small note over here that's very easy to miss. Heir to the ritual of blood, purveyor of ministration, place your hand on the altar's sacred covering and inscribe Master Lawrence's adage upon your flesh. The only time we've heard about Lawrence so far is when Gehrman was mumbling in his sleep, and unfortunately I don't have that footage because I'm a ding-dong and talked to him and missed the dialogue, yada yada yada. But I read it to you in a previous episode, and he's like, Lawrence, what's taking so long? And he was mumbling in his sleep. So here we're being told to place your hand on the altar sacred covering and inscribe Master Lawrence's adage upon your flesh. And it's saying this specifically to the heir of the ritual blood, purveyor of ministration. And we picked up the heir rune not too long ago. So, are we the heir? Good question. We come up here.
Let us pray, let us wish to partake in communion. Let us partake in communion and feast upon the old blood. Our thirst for blood satiates us, soothes our fears. Seek the old blood. But beware the frailty of men. Their wills are weak, minds young. The foul beasts will dangle nectar and lure the meek into the depths. Remain wary of the frailty of men. Their wills are weak, minds young. Were it not for fear, death would go unlamented. Seek the old blood.
So we can hear somebody praying, and I'll put subtitles up so that you can see what she's saying. And this is Vicar Amelia. What up, girl? Woo! Whoa, hi! Haven't seen you do that one in a while. Using the saw cleaver against her is very smart. It actually will draw more blood out of her, hilariously. And you want to focus your attacks on her limbs. Each limb has a certain amount of damage that can sort of be done to it. And if you keep hitting a damaged limb, it really will fuck that limb up. She can also... We picked up a bottle of numbing mist not too long ago. Ooh, and I got a critical on her. Nice. We picked up numbing mist. This chick will actually try to... Ooh, got her again. Damn. She will actually try to restore her health, so you can throw numbing mist at her to make that stop, but we're doing pretty good without it. And as long as you keep hitting her, she can't really go into that mode where she tries to heal herself. And you can see that we're doing a number on her. And you can see how bloody her limbs are getting as we hit them. Gonna back away. Stop being greedy for a second. Woo! Amelia, stop it. We're crazy, Amelia. And that is Vicar Amelia. She gave me a lot of trouble the first time I went against her. She's probably going to give a lot of people a lot of trouble if you go against her for the first time. It obviously helps to have someone with you. You can stun lock her very easily if you just keep hitting her. That's what was basically happening to her when we were hitting her. We get the gold pendant, I believe it said. And just to kind of show you what happens, because we decorated our messengers a while back, they wear the bloody ribbon now. Yay! We picked up the... Oh, it's actually going to be a consumable. A gold pendant. Pendant of Vicar Amelia, used to change into a blood gem which fortifies weapons. This pendant, passed down among the vicars who head the healing church, is a reminder of the cautionary adage, words that will open the gates of Bergenworth. So we can actually crush this and make it into a gem, like they said. Use it. And that makes the gold blood gem, which is a very good gem indeed, especially for where we are right now in the game. And it will be over here. A blood gem that fortifies weapons and adds various properties. Most radial blood gems have effects that bear upon physical attacks, and this golden radial blood gem, kept for generations within the church, strengthens attacks against those afflicted intensely by beasthood. When clerics began transforming into unspeakable beasts, the church needed something to retaliate with. And this puts attack against a beast up 12.6%. So it's very effective against beasts. We read a note that said, lay your hand upon the sacred cloth at the altar, something like that, and inscribe the adage of Master Lawrence upon your flesh. And here we see a skull on the altar. And a headless statue pouring something. Well. And a huge skull. Looks like a beastly skull. Anyway, let's inspect it.
Master Willem, I've come to bid you farewell.
Oh, I know. You think now to betray me.
No, but you will never listen. I tell you, I will not forget our adage.
We are born of the blood, made men by the blood, undone by the blood. Our eyes are yet to open.
Fear the old blood. I must take my leave.
By the gods, fear it, Lawrence. So we can actually pretty much infer that this is Lawrence's skull, and that was his memory. I don't think Lawrence is doing too good if this is what his skull eventually turned into, though they say clerics do make the nastiest beasts. Defeating Vicar Amelia actually progresses the time in the game towards nighttime. The sun is finally set. We'll also see a few kind of changes in the world around us and how it reacts. Oh, we're starting to really get into it, y'all. We come out here, and first thing, we can see that everybody's gone, too. We can see that it is dark out. Specifically, well, these guys are dead because we killed them. I guess they would actually still be there. Can't remember. But something very interesting to note is these church giants. Hold on, let me take care of this dog so he doesn't spook us. Okay, these church giants are all kneeling now. They're not doing their patrol like they usually do. And night has fallen. So, as long as we're pretty quiet, we don't really have to worry about them too much. So, and we can actually, I'm actually going to slow down to a crawl right here. We can come in through here, and there is that brain sucker through here, and we're just going to run past him and ignore him, frankly. Go this way. You can hear it kind of slurping and gurgling behind us. I think he's actually following us. No? Okay. Hopefully not. Somebody is supposed to meet us here. And I think we have to load and come back for him to appear. But anyway, now that the night has progressed a little bit, we should check in on some people. So we are going to reawaken at the lamp. And I hope it doesn't bring me back to the cathedral. If it does, I'll cut it so that we're back in the Uden Chapel. Yep. Cathedral Ward. Okay, I'll meet you guys back in the Uden Chapel. Hey, we're back in Uden Chapel. And the first thing we can see right away is the old lady seems to be having some trouble.
How did we ever get into this mess?
She's losing it, man. What have you got to say about all this?
Give it a rest, please.
Alright, fine. What about you, Adela?
Brave hunter. Please, there are others in need.
Yeah, okay, because I'm holding your blood. And then you'll say something about me being eager. Alright, we actually can check in on the residents of Central Yarnum as well, so we are going to go do that. When we get back to the Hunter's Dream, though, just a quick thing, we are now offered this. The eye of a blood-drunk hunter beckons hunters to the hunter's nightmare. A deformed creature will whisk you away outside Uden Chapel. And we get the eye of a blood-drunk hunter. This is something for the Old Hunters DLC, and we will be doing it, and it's kind of cruel that they give it to you now, because, You should be a much higher level before attempting that area, but we will be going to it later. The eye of a blood-drunk hunter. Its pupil is collapsed and turned to mush, indicating the onset of the scourge of beasts. A hunter who goes drunk with blood is said to be taken by the nightmare, destined to wander forever, engaged in an endless hunt. It is a fate that no hunter can escape. The pupil is collapsed and turned to mush, indicating the onset of the scourge of beasts. That actually explains why Father Gascoigne and a lot of people have their eyes bandaged when we find them in this game. It's sort of a sign of the scourge, and it seems to go for the eyes first. And Willem said something along the lines of our eyes have yet to open, and we'll be learning more about Master Willem or Provost Willem as we get further along. Eyes are important in this game, is basically the main takeaway. I'm gonna actually see if Garamond's here, and if he's not, we will continue on to Central Yarnum and check in on the people, and he is not here, so I will catch you guys in Central Yarnum. We are back in Central Yarnum. Gilbert, buddy, how are you doing?
Have I heard of Bergenworth? Afraid I can't say that I have. The locals aren't apt to share any local history. I'm afraid I may not be of help for much longer. I know nothing of a Bergenworth. And I'm afraid I may not be of help for much longer.
Is that all you gotta say, buddy? I'm sorry you're not doing so good. Alright, alright. It's okay, dude. Don't worry. We can see that it is now nighttime. And gonna make our rounds and check in. Alright, so there's that house.
Stop right there. Not an inch closer.
Come back to the party house and we find
Poor you. Poor you.
and if we come back to the little girl's house, still no response. In this house just down the ladder from the little girl's house where the troll was, and I took him out. There's actually a grinding sound coming from inside the house, like a very subtle one. Huh. I'm not sure what the issue is there. But, yeah. People are starting to lose it. And now, we're going to progress forward. Alright, we are back in Cathedral Ward, and we're headed back to that area where I said an NPC should be greeting us. This guy's gonna wake up because I was loud. Damn my loudness. And if we come down here, yes, our friend Alfred, the Vile Blood Hunter, will be here.
Oh, good to see you safe. Now, let's think up something to discuss. Just tell me what piques your interest.
Can you tell me anything new about the Healing Church?
As you know, the Healing Church is the fountainhead of blood healing. Well, I'm a simple hunter, quite unfamiliar with the ins and outs of the institution. But I have heard that the holy medium of blood healing is venerated in the main cathedral, and that counselors of the old church reside in the high stratum of the cathedral ward. If you seek blood healing, and the church is willing, you should pay them a visit.
So, kind of the same information. Let's see if he has anything new about Bergenworth. If he doesn't, I'll skip through it.
Bergenworth is an old place of learning, and the Tomb of the Gods, carved out below Yharnam, should, well, once a group of young Bergenworth scholars discovered this led to the founding of the Healing Church, and the establishment in this sense. Everything sacred in Yharnam can be traced back to Bergenworth, but today, the college lies deep within a tangled wood, abandoned and decrepit. And furthermore, the Healing Church has declared Bergenworth forbidden. It's unclear how many of, but only they know the password that allows passage through the gate.
Well, I think we know the password now. I think Lawrence's skull told us what the password is. And the last time we tried to get through without the password, the person on the other side went fucking nuts. So, what we haven't heard about yet are the, corrupted Vile Bloods. And Alfred, particularly, is a Vile Blood hunter. So let's learn more about that.
There's something I want to tell you. A bit of wisdom from the eminent master Logarius. Once, a scholar betrayed his fellows at Bergenworth, and brought forbidden blood back with him to Canehurst Castle. It was there that the first of the inhuman Vile Bloods was born. The Vile Bloods are fiendish creatures who threaten the purity of the Church's blood healing. The ruler of the Vile Bloods is still alive today. And so, to honor my master's wishes, I search for the path to Canehurst Castle.
We are also going to search for the paths of Canehurst Castle, but real quick, just to
In his time,
make sure.
But all did not go well, and Master Logarius became a blessed anchor, guarding us from evil. Tragic, tragic times. That Master Logarius should be abandoned in the accursed domain of the Vile Bloods. I must free him, so that he may be properly honored in martyrdom.
I wasn't aware he was going to give that dialogue, otherwise I wouldn't have skipped that first line. But essentially, Martyr Logarius led a band of executioners to Canehurst Castle to take out the Vile Bloods, and he has stood watch there ever since to make sure that they don't kind of have a resurgence. And it sounds like the ruler of the Vile Bloods is still alive, according to Alfred.
In his time, Master Logarius led his executioners into Canehurst Castle to cleanse it of the Vile Bloods. But all did not go well, and Master Logarius became a blessed anchor, guarding us from evil. Tragic, tragic times. That Master Logarius should be abandoned in the accursed domain of the Vile Bloods. I must free him, so that he may be properly honored in martyrdom.
Okay, so he's there, but because he did not complete his duty, because there is still one Vile Blood alive, the ruler of the Vile Bloods, in fact, he cannot be venerated as a martyr. So Alfred wants to go and free him, and I guess kill the very last Vile Blood, whoever they may be, so that Logarius can achieve true martyrdom. Very interesting.
I bid you farewell. It has been a pleasure. May the good blood guide your way.
So, not there. Somebody took blood and gave it to the Vile Bloods, And they became something inhuman. If we come down here now...
The password.
Fear the old blood. And here we see a corpse was guarding the gate, already dead. And we get Madman's knowledge. We've been talking to a dead dude this whole time. Maybe we're the ones that are going crazy. But at any rate, we head down here. Oh, man. And we enter the Forbidden Woods. We are getting into it now. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I will catch you guys next time when we explore the Forbidden Woods. Thank you for joining me.